So there were certain suits that I was not comfortable wearing. She is one tough lady. And I say that as the greatest compliment. So strong. And I got to experience this woman. It was so refreshing to me because I was a young woman in the fashion industry. And the fashion industry at that time, it seemed to attract a lot of men of questionable character. And Julie was so different. It was a sports magazine, so there was a different element there. But I experienced her fight for the integrity of her brand that she created and fought for. She was the only woman editor at the time, and she held her ground. She had her boundaries, and just a beautiful visionary. Julie was the first one who gave women a name. And it's like, no, these are human beings. I want you to get to know them. Don't just look at them. They're not objects, they're people. And Julie broke all barriers. It was, I mean, we look at it today and it just, it's laughable. But back then, if you were a woman in your 40s, it was like, we don't want to see you. You're going out to pasture. I remember Julie bringing back Cheryl Tiegs, who was gorgeous in her 40s, gorgeous today. And that was the fact that that was even a deal, that was even a thing. Julie just broke it. She recognized that beautiful people come in every shape, size, color, and age. She fed us. I loved that. There was no starvation or missing meals. She was always, and she let us go in the sun and get tan. And if our nose was peeled, it was okay. She kept it real, and she empowered us, and she respected our boundaries. I think the biggest lesson I learned from Julie is, know what you're doing and why you're doing it. Do it with intentionality, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of the naysayers when people say no. And so when people said no to me, when we started with a pair of socks and had doors slammed and people said it was a stupid idea, it didn't bother me. No, it was like, all right, no means we're talking. I'm going to come back tomorrow and maybe you'll be in a better mood. But just experiencing a strong woman fight through and have success, it's like, great, I've seen this and I can do this. So there were certain suits that I was not comfortable wearing, and Julie honored that. She didn't, and I didn't judge other girls who, whatever was comfortable for them, but that certain things were not comfortable for me. There were choices I made back then I wouldn't make today, but that's part of life. We live and we grow and we learn. And but no, I really didn't feel a need to defend myself from other people. I knew what I was doing. I was working with an amazing woman who had integrity, and I felt safe with Julie. I would not have stayed in that industry as long as I did had it not been for Julie Campbell. She she made it enjoyable. We worked really hard